Hi, hello everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. So today in this new chapter, new video, we will cover the next chapter, which comes under the fundamental of marketing. And the second chapter, the name of the chapter is Marketing, Planning and Management. Before that, what we have covered so far, the last chapter was defining marketing and its new reality. So this second chapter, we will talk about the fundamentals of marketing management. Okay, so how different is it from the previous chapter? In the previous chapter, we have talked about the pillars of marketing, the technology, the forces of marketing, and how the forces are changing and shifting the holistic marketing view. All the like holistic view we also received, right, from the previous chapter. In this chapter, we would specifically focus on marketing, planning, and management. How a marketing plan is created, how this whole marketing is managed, we will try to understand it briefly, right? So let's go ahead. So at the very beginning, the chapter is telling that developing the right marketing strategies over time requires a blend of discipline and flexibility. Firms must stick to a strategy, but also consistently improve it. In today's fast changing marketing world, identifying the best long-term strategy is very, very crucial. At the core of any successful marketing strategy, development of an enduring value proposition that addresses a real consumer need is very important. One company that has developed distinct offerings designed to address unmet consumer needs, for example, is InMobi that they have talked about. So what it is telling in this ever-changing marketing world, we need to fix the long-term strategy, and it should be positioned in the correct direction so that other things could change, but the main thing should not. Suppose you as a human being is there, the things have changed for you, is the shirt, t-shirt, everything that you wear, that changes. The schools, high school, graduation, undergraduation, everything, you have leveled up, but what remained same? The strategy of developing skills in you for which you are studying, the strategy of staying a little comfortable. That's why we are changing clothes and everything. So these are the basic things which actually comes under this marketing long-term strategy, or the identifying the best long-term strategy for marketing that I just tried to compare. Hope you understood. Hope I was able to bring a क्या बोलते हैं इसको interesting or relevant example. If not, if you can find out something, like think of something, just comment it out. So what this InMobi is like, if you have seen on the lock screen, some of us do have some advertisement which comes in forms of wallpaper and everything. So that's what this InMobi is exactly doing. They have the consumer base, like the smartphone users. They know who want to see what, who need what, who is searching for what, and they just connects the organizations advertisements with the specific kind of people. They just throws it on their smartphones lock screen. Okay, so that's what InMobi is doing. They are finding out the consumers need, they are finding out their not organizations, but their other consumers. There are one consumer who are using the smartphones, there are other customers who are approaching InMobi for sharing their advertisement to the relevant customers. So InMobi is becoming the liaison between them, okay, and creating this marketing proposition, long-term marketing proposition strategy. Okay, so Let's go ahead. So basically, the main target for this whole thing, creating this video, discussing the chapter, is always about understanding marketing at its core. We would go through slowly, specifically for each and every topic that we have here in this book, and we would draw examples. We would see the examples which are already explained here. We would discuss the examples, and if you have something in your mind, if something is coming in your mind which is very interesting for you, then you should also bring it. So the thing is that's how we would actually pull the examples and make this whole thing feel better, right? So the next big topic that we are going to cover here is corporate and business unit planning and management. Corporate and business unit planning and management, to ensure what it is telling, to ensure that they execute the right activities. Marketers must prioritize strategic planning in 3 key areas: managing the company's business as an investment portfolio, assessing the market's growth rate and the company's position in the market, and developing a viable business model. Okay, managing the company's business as an investment portfolio. They should see it ki we are putting money, burning money, or we are putting efforts. Right now we are investing it. It's not like that everything will happen overnight. It's just an investment which will grow slowly, steadily. That should be the mindset that they're talking about. Then this assessing the marketing growth rate and the company's position in the market. So while investing this, while creating this marketing plans and everything, what they need to do, they need to track the performance of the company. What is happening day by day? What has happened in last 1 month, last quarter, last half year, how it had performed. That is really, really important. Okay. So then developing by observing this, by analyzing the status and everything while investing the marketing efforts and everything, they should develop the plan and create a viable business plan. Okay, that is the main activities or main things that every marketer should keep in their mind. So generally speaking, marketing planning and management can occur in 3 different levels: corporate level, business unit level, and specific market offering. So what it is telling, the corporate headquarters are always responsible for designing the corporate strategies, plan, and guide the whole enterprise. It makes a decision on the amount of resources to allocate to which business unit, as well as which business to start and eliminate. Each business unit develops a plan to carry that business unit into a profitable future. That's true. And finally, each market offering involves a marketing plan for achieving the objectives. Okay. And finally, each market offering involves a marketing plan for achieving its business objectives. So what it is exactly telling, it's telling if it's a corporate, if it's a small business or big business, if it has multiple branches, okay, then there are headquarters. Headquarters do what? They decide. They have the bird's view, right, on what's happening where, and every information they are getting from multiple markets and everything. So what they need to do, they need to plan the marketing plan in such a way that how and where, in which business unit should get what out of it. If I just tell you in a separate way, in a different way, suppose there is a headquarter of an organization. That organization, suppose it's a bank. So the headquarter is there. There are multiple branches throughout India. Suppose there are thousands of branches. So now what will happen, this head office is having information from all the branches, which loan is performing how, in which area it is performing well, where it is not performing well, or how they can push some new products into the market and everything. So they will create a plan, and this plan, this thing will be delivered. This information will be delivered where? This thing will be delivered in the business units or the branches. See, this is the plan, this is the resources that you will get, and we are targeting to achieve this thing in next 6 months, next quarter, and next couple of quarter, okay, next 1 financial year. So that's how this corporate business unit planning actually works. So they just told about the hierarchy. So now going to the, if you want to see one diagram, this is like, you can see, take this, if it's a mirror image, just take a screenshot and change it. This is the headquarters, this is the business unit, this is the offering that they are providing. So whenever the business unit is offering something to the market, remember, they will always try to get something out of it, right? And what they can get things in terms of attention, vote, money, or any other form. Okay, always. Whenever you are doing marketing, whenever someone is creating a business, that means it would be a to and fro thing. If you are giving something, you will expect something. Okay, that's how it works. It will be long term, not long term. So if it's a investment kind of situation, when the business unit is having information regarding we are investing here, so then the like instant transaction will not happen, monetary transaction, but in future the value and brand value, everything may improve. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to tell. So we would step to the next topic here, next topic under this chapter here. So it is telling the next big topic is defining corporate mission. Okay, it's a little interesting, right? How business could have some mission? Is it a military thing or something else? So it's actually saying that an organization exists to accomplish something. Okay, make cars, lend money, provide a night's lodging. Over time, the mission may change to respond to new opportunities, but there should be some mission. So Amazon, the company, changed its mission from being the world's largest online bookstore to aspiring to be the world's largest online store. That is important. They have changed the mission because they understood the market. They can like provide more in the market. So they have did it. So how it's telling a mission is a clear, concise, and enduring statement of the reasons for an organization's existence. A mission is a clear, concise, and enduring statement of the reasons for an organization's existence, often referred to as its core purpose. A company's mission is a long-term goal that provides company employees and management with a shared sense of purpose, direction, and opportunity. So if we talk about some corporate missions, this is like Google. What Google's mission is? Mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Information, like organize all the information which are available in the world, like most, and organizing it and delivering it, making it accessible to the universe. Okay, that's their goal. IKEA is the furniture company we know, and they have really good low priced furniture there. So at IKEA, our vision is to create a better everyday life for the many people. Our business idea supports its vision by offering a wide range of well-designed, functional home furnishing products at prices so low that as many people as possible will be able to afford them. So that's their target. That is their mission, which is actually reflected in their products. So we have broadly talked about missions, and why this mission is important. This mission is important because it will set up the tone of any startup. So at the same time, we just saw that there were Amazon, Flipkart, and other companies which have started with a mission, but gradually they have improved it, improvised it, not towards a downfall, but steady upgrowth, right? So that's also possible. So when you are creating one mission, what are all the things you need to keep in your mind? That is also discussed in this book. So the first 5 major characteristics that it is talking about. So please note it down. The first one is they focus on limited numbers of specific goals. That should be very crisp. It's not like I will suppose IKEA's this mission is very concise. They are targeting to create product with low price. So suppose if IKEA's statement was key, we will create low price product, we will create luxury products, we will create multiple products, we will get steel furniture, metal furniture, plastic furniture, wooden furniture, uh, luxury wood furniture, everything, then it will not be feasible. So the mission should be coincided, right? So the focus on a limited number of specific goals should be there. The second thing is they stress the company's major policies and values. Okay, narrowing the range of individual discretion lets employee act consistently on important issues. The stress of company's major policies and values. Okay, so the focus areas or specific goals which would be mentioned, they should focus on company's policies and values. Company's policies and values should match with that. Okay, then they are telling, they define, the third point is they define the major markets that the company aims to serve, and this specific mission will tell about the market that the company is going to serve to as well. Okay, suppose when Amazon was selling books only, they were serving the book readers who are interested in books. Okay, so when they changed the mission, they are like all the products they are going to sell online, then their consumer market, like the market they are targeting to, that also changed, right? That was the third point. Now going to the fourth point, they take a long term view. So this thing should be a short term view, like we will do it for next 2 months, 3 months. It should be a long term view. We will keep doing it, right? That will be our target. That's mission. It's not like that's little mission. It's a big mission, right? So that's the fourth point, and the fifth point is they are as short, memorable, and meaningful as possible. You have to keep it memorable. It should flow in each of the founder, co-founder, all the higher management, everyone's mind. It should go. It should stay saved in their mind, right? So the 5 points are for making a mission is the focus on a limited number of specific goals. Specific goal, but limited numbered goal. Okay. So the second point is they stress the company's major policies and values, and company's major policies and values should be aligned with the missions. It should not be like you are trying to serve or do something and your policy is telling exactly opposite. So it would be contradictory, right? So these 2 points should be in our mind. The third point is they define the major markets where they are going to serve, the company is going to serve. The fourth thing is they take a long-term view. It's not a short-term view. The mission is not short-term. And the fifth is it should be short, memorable, and crisp as possible. So with this discussion, defining a corporate mission, we would step towards the next topic under this chapter, which is building the corporate culture. So we saw what mission is, how corporate head office plans and gives the planning to specific business units, and the business unit creates and gives the offering to the consumers and executes it, and the transaction happens. So now building the corporate culture, why it is important. Strategic planning happens within the context of the organization. A company's organization consists of its structures, policies, and corporate cultures, right? All of which can be dysfunctional in a rapidly changing business environment, whereas manager can change structures and policies, though with difficulty, but it could be changed. The company's culture is very hard to change. Okay, so yet creating a viable corporate culture is often the key to market success as an experience of different companies. So what it is exactly, strategic planning happens within the context of the organization. Okay, the organization, whatever they are wanting, the strategic planning will happen according to them. Then they are telling a company or organization consists of its structure, hierarchy, and everything, policies, that these are the things they can do and these are the things they cannot do, and third is corporate culture. So that's why it is important. They are telling all the other things, the structure could be changed, the policies could be changed with difficulty as well, but the culture of the company is very, very hard to change. But at the same time, this culture is very important. So what exactly is corporate culture? Some define it as shared experiences, stories, beliefs, and norms that characterize an organization. That's cool. Walk into any company and the first thing that strikes you is the corporate culture. The way people dress, talk to one another, and greet customers. The customer-centric culture can affect all aspects of an organization. Enterprise rent a car, features its own employees in its latest and the enterprise way ad campaign, though it's making it right. So this training program, enterprise empowers all employees to make their own decisions. One ad in the campaign themed fix any problem reinforces how any local enterprise outlet has the authority to take actions that maximizes the customer's satisfaction. So basically this culture is the whole thing altogether. How the company is interacting with their customers, how the employees are interacting with each other, how motivated they are, how they are dressed, how they are talking with each other, what they are implementing, how they are taking things forward. All things actually falls under or comes under culture altogether. If there is any problem, how they are fixing it, that also comes under culture, right? So from this, we are going to the next heading, that is defining strategic business units. What is a strategic business unit? A strategic business unit has three characteristics. One, it is a single business or a collection of related business that can exist separately from the rest one of the company. That's good. That's the first thing regarding strategic business unit. Then it has its own set of competitors. Okay. And third thing is it has a manager responsible for strategic planning and profit performances who controls most of the factors affecting profit. Okay. So this SBU, strategic business unit, is telling it will specifically look into one business, one particular types of business or product line maybe. So suppose you have created one FMCG company where you are selling surf, detergent, surf and everything, where you are selling cosmetics, and where you are selling wellness product maybe. So this is telling that will come under those, all three product lines will come under same organization, but this three would come under separate three strategic business unit. They have their own competitors, like the detergent will have other competitors, other detergent competitor on the market. Wellness product will have other competitors, but and separately the thing is, out of these three, if anyone collapses, other one can survive without any issues. So that's what is the definition of strategic business unit. There is two bifurcation. One is a specialized portfolio involves SBU with fairly narrow assortment consisting of one or few product lines. Okay, one or very few product lines if they are saying, then it's a specialized portfolio for SBU. If it's a diverse portfolio for SBU, then fairly broad assortment containing multiple product lines it can see. So that's the basically broadly two parts of strategic business unit. Then allocating resources across business unit. If there are business units, how organization should allocate the resources. Once it has defined its SBUs, management must decide how to allocate corporate resources to each unit. This is often done by assessing each SBU's competitive advantage and the attractiveness of the market in which it operates. When assigning individual business units, the company might also consider existing synergies among them. Such synergies can be related to company process or to personnel based on assessment of its portfolio of business units. The company could decide whether to grow, harvest, or hold on to a particular business. Okay. A portfolio management focuses on two types of factors: opportunities presented by a particular industry or market, the company's resources, which determine its ability to take advantage of the identified opportunities. Here, market opportunities are typically defined in terms of overall market industry attractiveness. Such factor is size, growth, profitability. So it is telling if basically if there are a strategic business unit, then how you should allocate the resource. It's not like if you have 3 strategic business unit, you will allocate the whole resources divided into 3 and you will allocate into them. No, you should understand which market has more opportunity, which business unit has much more probability of growth, and you should allocate the resources accordingly, right? So after this, this chapter is talking about developing a market offering. Very interesting, huh? What is interesting here? In order to create a value for target customers, collaborators, and company stakeholders, it is necessary for a company to clearly identify the targeted market in which it will compete and design an offering that will deliver a meaningful set of benefits to the target customer it's selling. So these activities encompasses the 2 key components of company's business model: strategy and tactics. Sorry for this yawn. This strategy and tactics. Strategy involves choosing a well-defined market in which the company will compete, determining the value it intends to create in the market. Suppose you are a company, you are building a company. First thing you need to see what you will deliver in the market. Is there any specific need in the market? Then you will create a strategy out of it. Okay, strategy of, okay, I will create this pickle and I will sell this to this age group who lives in metro cities. They miss their hometown and like home kind of flavors, homely flavors, home tastes and everything. So that's just an example. Then you are making a strategy out of it. So with this strategy, you need to develop a tactics, some tactics as well. What those tactics are? Tactics, also called the marketing mix, make the company's strategy come alive. They define the key aspects of offering developed to create value in a given market. The tactics logically follow from the company's strategy and reflect the way the company will make this strategy a market reality. The tactics shape everything from its offering benefits, costs, the means by which targeted customers learn about and buy the offering. Tactics is just the execution. Strategy is just the plan. Okay. So developing the marketing strategy, there is one very interesting stepping to the next topic, which is developing the marketing strategy. What it is telling? It's telling that identifying the target market is the very important thing. The target market in which the company aims to create and capture value comprises of 5 factors, and this 5 factor is called 5 C's. Okay, so it's telling the customer whose needs the company intends to fulfill, the competitor that aims to fulfill some needs of the same target customers, the collaborators with whose help the company will fulfill the need of customer, the company that develops and manages the offering, and the context that will affect how the company develops the manages the offering. Just try to have an understanding regarding this whole framework. This framework 5C It's talking about developing the marketing strategy, how you will develop one marketing strategy. Okay, we are not talking about tactics here, we are talking about strategy. So for making this strategy, you can apply this 5C. This 5C actually consists of, first C is customer, targeted customers. Second C is collaborators. Collaborators are like, suppose you are planning to make the pickle, so you will need the raw materials like mango and other things, masalas and everything. So you will collab with other people who will provide you that, or who will create the pickle and pack for you, and you will be the one who will be selling it, okay, distributing it. So those are collaborators. Third are competitors. Suppose there are other pickle makers, other companies which are already creating pickle and selling to the market, then they will become your competitors. And then the company develops and manages the given market offering. The organizations, like the company that you are trying to develop, that is the company. Or if you are working in a company, then the company is already there, you are not trying to create anything. So the company is the fourth thing. And the context is the environment. Context talk about the socio-cultural context, the political context, the technological context, the regulatory context, the economic context, the physical context, everything it comes under there. If I just give you example for few of the contexts, suppose if it's a regulatory context, it especially works for finance and banking, BFSI sector. There are RBI, who are government entities and regulates everything, right? What that everything exactly is? That everything is the socio-cultural regulatory, like they will give certain things to the BFSIs, the bank and other financial institutes, to follow their rules. They will be tracked regularly, they will be monitored regularly. So that comes under the regulatory context. If I talk about the economic context, suppose how the economy is performing, how is the money there flowing, supply chain, inflation and interest rates, everything will come under that key. How much you can charge. Suppose if it's a pickle you are selling to the high earning members, then you can price it a little higher, right? The luxury product you can try to make luxury kind of thing, like high margin product, you can high priced segment you can create out of it. If you are selling the same thing in a very simple village, then you cannot sell 100-gram pickle with 1,000 rupees. You should not, because nobody will buy it, right? That's the difference, because there are other people who can make it better than you, maybe. So not especially you, us, if we are creating a business, so we should know what we are targeting, which context and everything we are creating. So the strategy should follow all these things for creating the marketing strategy. So there's 5 C's there. Developing a value proposition. How this value proposition, after like creating this strategy and everything, there should be one value proposition which should be created. What is this value proposition? This value proposition is something that your consumers will get always. What they will get? They will get a very tasty, hygienic and very organic tasting pickle. That's the value they will get, suppose. Now, as an organization, as a company, what you will get? You will get money. Yes, that is the main priority for all the entrepreneurs, all the startups, except the social startups. So that thing is there. The value for the company would be there, and at the same time there should be value for someone else as well. Just think of who out of those 5 C can have the other value. They are the collaborators with whom you are collaborating. Suppose you are collaborating with vendors, then the vendors should get good, they should expect good orders, good amount of orders, good margin, they should get good behavior. So those are the values for all the 3 C's out of those 5 C's. This is the 3V proposition. That is the next framework. First one is 5C. We talked about while creating the strategy. This 3V is while creating a value proposition. When you are creating a product, offering a product, then the value should be there, and the value should be for all the 3 parts, all the 3 V's. Customer value, company value, and collaborator value. If you can create a value proposition for all 3, which is sustainable, then there is a high chance that this optimal value proposition will be working out, and this whole system will be a long-term system, not a short-term system. Okay, so what questions you should address while creating this value? What value does the offering create for targeted customers? That should be your first question. Why would targeted customers choose this offering, not other? That should be second question. And the third question is, what makes this offering superior to the alternative opportunities, alternative options, right? That should be the third question for the consumers. Then if you are questioning the company for understanding the value, then what value does the offering create for the company, for the company's collaborators? If it's for collaborator, you are trying to understand. For the collaborators are like suppliers, distributors, co-developers. What value are they getting? Why would collaborators partner with the company instead of with other entities? Why should? There should be specific things that they should get. So that is the second thing. And the third thing is, what value does the offering create for the company? Why should the company invest resources in this offering rather than pursuing other options? What value does the offering create for company? Why should the company invest resources in this offering rather than pursuing other options? Why is the company you are selling this thing, not other things? These questions should be addressed. Okay, we just learned about 5C, then we learned about 3V. Now, designing the marketing tactics. We have strategized everything. We have understood the value that we are going to provide. But now it's time for execution. For execution, we need to develop tactics. The 7 tactics, 7 T's, defining the marketing offering. Okay, so what it is telling? The market offering is the actual good that the company deploys in order to fulfill a particular customer need. Unlike the targeted market, the value proposition which reflects the company's strategy, the market offering reflects the company's tactics. Okay, cool. Marketing managers have 7 tactics at their disposal to deliver the offering that creates market value. And these 7 tactics are product, service, brand, price, incentives, communication, and distribution. We will go through this one by one. And these 7 things, 7 T's, are called marketing mix as well. So these 7 attributes, the first attribute, the product, is a marketable commodity that aims to create value for targeted customer. Products can be tangible, intangible as well. Purchase of the product gives customer ownership rights to acquire good. For example, with purchase of the car or a software program, the owner is granted all rights to the acquired products. That is the first thing. Second thing is service, that also aims to create value for its customer, but it does so without entitling them to ownership. Examples: the service includes appliance repair. Oh, repair, right? Not repair. Okay. So if you are selling one machine, could be washing machine and everything, so the installation would be with that. The services would come with that, right? The repair will come with that. Movie rental, medical procedures and everything, tax preparation, like this actually comes under the services that would be provided. Then the aim of the brand is to identify the products and services produced by the company and differentiate them from those of the competition. Okay, if you're creating a brand, then the brand's main target should be creating a differentiation. Why your brand would be valuable more than the other brands? Why Boat as a gadget company, not exactly gadget, they actually started with speaker company. How they position themselves differently as a brand in that so congested market? They actually created a brand just by providing differentiation or creating differentiation between the existing brands, right? Low price and good service and strong products. Those were their main value proposition, brand proposition. In this process, creating unique value over and above the product and the service aspects of the offering. The Rolls-Royce brand identifies the cars manufactured by BMW subsidiary Rolls-Royce to differentiate the cars from those made by Bentley. Okay, so that's how the brand is created. This third tactic is brand. First is product, second is service, third is brand. The fourth one is the price is the monetary charge that the customer and the collaborators incur to receive the benefits provided by the company's offerings. Okay, that should be the price, how much they are going to pay for receiving these things. The fifth thing is incentives, the targeted tools designed to enhance the value of the offerings by reducing the cost, increasing the benefits. Incentives typically offered in forms of volume discounts, price reductions, coupons, everything. How you can create incentives for your consumers and collaborators. Then the sixth thing is communication apprises the target customer, collaborators, and company stakeholders with the specific of the offerings and where to acquire. This communication is very, very important. If you are planning everything and not communicating well, then it will not get executed well, right? So the communication is very important. You should have a holistic view regarding this communication as well. Then the last thing comes is distribution. You have communicated, created brand, did everything. Now you have to think about distribution, how deeply you will step into the market to deliver the thing. So basically, this all 7 T's, this marketing mix: product, service, brand, price, incentives, communication, distribution. These 7 things should do what? Should provide the 3V that we just learned. Optimal value proposition for all 3: company, consumers, and a collaborator. This all 7 T's, this marketing mix should target to provide this optimized value proposition. So just see this diagram. The 7 yellow boxes are 7 T's. This is the value proposition, and this arrow is showing this optimal value proposition that is targeting exactly. The 7 things comes under tactics, and the above the value thing is actually coming under what? Coming under strategy, right? So those are the things, and the other diagram is showing how this all 70s should target this OPV, optimal value proposition, that we have already strategized earlier. So this 7 T's and the 4 P's. The view of marketing tactics as a process of defining the 7 key attributes of an offering can be related to widely popular 4P framework: product, price, promote, and place. So we are stepping next in the 4P framework. And what this 4P framework exactly is, this 4P framework is the view of marketing tactics as a process of defining the 7 key attributes of an offering can be related to the widely popular 4P framework. So this 7 tactics that we just read, we just talked about, could be divided into 4P framework as well. The 4P actually are product, price, promote, and place, and how this 4P actually combines the 7T. Here the first P is actually product, which comprises of the product, service, and brand. Okay, that comprises. If there are 4 P's, just try to understand. There were 7 T's, and the 7 T's comprises of these 7 things, right? And these 7 things, we can actually bucket them under 4 P's. So under this 4 P, whose first bucket is product, under this bucket, which things from tactics 7 T's will come? Product, service, and brand will come under product bucket. The price will remain single bucket. Then the third P is promotion. This promotion will come for incentives and communication. And this distribution, in the fourth bucket it will fall. The fourth bucket is place, in which places you will distribute. Okay, so this is as simple as this. Okay, so creating a marketing value map. So what all frameworks we just did? We did 5C, we did 3V, we did 7T, then 4P. 5C are strategizing, understanding. 5C is consumer, collaborators, customers, company, and context. Along this 5, customer, company, and collaborators should have an optimal value, which comes under this 3V framework. To execute this whole strategy, we should keep in mind 7 tactics, which comes under product, service. After the service, that comes under is brand, price, incentive, communication, and distribution. These are 7 T's. We should focus on each of them to create the optimal value. And the 7 T's could be bucketed in 4 P's. The 4 P's are product, price, promote, and place, right? So with all these things, the next topic which will come is creating a market value map. And what this market value map is exactly? That is just the collaboration of all the 5 C's, 3 V's, and 7 T's that we just talked about. And each of these parts of this frameworks actually has specific questions that you need to ask to create the whole map for the company or for the startup that you are preparing with. So see, this is the framework. Take the screenshot, make the mirror image, like convert it to mirror image, and you can see this 5 are 5C, this 3 in pink are 3V, and this 7 in yellow are 7 T's. So all have specific questions you should ask for target customers and everything, and at the end, after answering all them, you will have the full map for your company, right? So from that, we are moving forward to the next big topic, that is planning and managing market offering. How you can plan the market offering. So it's telling you there is another framework which is G-stick approach, G-S-T-I-C, G-stick approach. This G stands for goal, S for strategy, T for tactics, implementation I, and C for control. Setting a goal describes the company's ultimate citation for success. It specifies the end result that the company plans to achieve. If we would get into this customer segment, we would become third largest, biggest in this segment. This is this goal. The strategy, right? Creating the target market, value proposition, and everything that we just learned about, 5 C's and 3 P's. These are tactics. For the tactics to carry out the things, we need to follow that 7 T's, product, service, brands, price, incentives, communication, and distribution framework. And then implementing it, like developing and deploying the things. How you are deploying the things, that is the implementation. And control, seeing what's working, what's not working, how you can improve, and everything that should come under your G-stick approach for planning, right? So if you see in this visualization for G-stick approach. That is just like this. What is here? This first one is goal. For setting a goal, focus and benchmarks. Focus what you will focus on and what benchmark you are wanting to create. Second one is strategy. Target market and value proposition. Target market and the value proposition broadly. This is 5C and 3V for that. Then it is what? That tactics. Tactics are 7 T's that we just talked about. Then it will come implementation. Implementation would come with development and deployment, right? Develop, then deploy. Then the last thing is controlling the environment and controlling the performance, right? So this is the broad framework that should be used for implementing something. Defining the goal, monetary goals should be there, strategic goals should be there. Defining the performance benchmark, quantitative, qualitative, temporal benchmarks, long-term benchmark, everything could be taken care of. Then developing the strategy, tactics, resource development, developing the offering, commercial development, and everything is there. Broadly, we just covered the whole thing. This is just the framework of G-stick. G for goal, S for strategy, 5C and 3V, T for 7T is tactics, then implementation and control. So these things are the way, this is the way that you should create the plan. After that, modifying the marketing plan that it is talking about. This is updating the marketing plan is also important. How you will do it. For that, you need to know the what's happening into the market. That should be required. You should know. How you can do that? By marketing audit. Yes, marketing audit could also be there, and it's an important part. That could be comprehensive audit, systematic audit, unbiased audit, periodic audit. So what is this comprehensive audit? This is a marketing audit should cover all major marketing activities of the business, not just a few trouble spots. Suppose somewhere you are facing the issue, okay, this product is not doing well and everything. So you would see only for the specific product. No, you should see, you should only focus for that, like sales team for that. No, you should see what consumers are telling, what the sales teams are telling, what the production is facing issue. Was there some strategical plan which was not executed for that, and everything, a holistic view. You should have one comprehensive audit you should do for understanding the marketing scenario and the situation. Then systematic is the marketing audit should examine the operating environment and organization in an orderly manner from the company's marketing objective and strategies to its specific activities to active the systematic approach. The marketing audit should follow the G-stick guidance. Okay, this audit should be unbiased. Then periodic it should be to understand what's going fine, what's not going fine, and you should improve your tactics and everything, your plan. So with this whole thing, which actually talks about the auditing for modifying the plan, comprehensive things. For example, if we just tell in a little comprehensive way what this comprehensive marketing is exactly. A comprehensive marketing audit can locate the real root of the problem and can suggest solutions to effectively address the problem. For example, excessive turnover in the sales force could result from inferior company products, inappropriate pricing, excessive turnover, okay, and limited distribution rather than the poor training on inadequate compensation. Okay, right. So the thing is, if we are seeing one issue in the market, this product is not getting sold, then it's not the default of that like sales team only. It could be the product was not priced well. Maybe the product is not designed as per the market standard. All the aspects we should see comprehensively. And this all parts of auditing has its own broad parts that could be this all things are actually broad topics itself, which we should follow, which we should try to understand and dig a little deeper. So this systematic, unbiased and periodic auditing, these are the all things that should be done to understand and modify the marketing plan that already have been created. It should be done, according to me, there should be one specific timeline. After every 3 months, there would be this audit. After every 6 months, there would be this audit. So that's how now the things actually gets tracked, stays on track, rather than doing it whenever it's required. A systematic plan and executing it is really, really important according to me. So with this now, actually we are at the end of this marketing planning and management part. So what we just learned, the frameworks are very important here. 5C, 3V, 7Ts, that actually talks about the whole marketing plan, the creating a marketing value map, how it is getting created. So hope you guys learned something. I also learned a lot of things while discussing, while talking regarding this topics under all these chapters. So with this now, we are actually ending the fundamental of marketing part. So basically what we have learned in this fundamental of marketing, what is marketing, what are the powers and everything in marketing that actually changes the holistic view of marketing in this new world, the marketing forces, outcomes and everything. So in the first chapter of this fundamental marketing, we have covered the new realities of marketing and define the marketing. And in this second chapter, what we just learned, there are new realities and everything is there. We just read it in the first chapter, but in second chapter, we just learned how we can develop like our product, the marketing plan and everything in this market. What should be the step-by-step approach for developing something in this market, right? So that is really interesting. That was really interesting. Hope you guys also learned and you guys also found it interesting. So at any point of time, if you felt like there is some other example which popped in your mind, or you thought this example could be better for this thing, then just type it in the comment box. So we are always there to discuss and build conversation over things. If you want anything particularly to know in details, any particular topic under those chapters, these chapters in details, just comment it. We will pick it up and sure try to make a elaborated video particularly focusing on that topic. Okay, so with this note, we are ending this video. We will come with the next chapter in the next video. So what that is all about, we'll let you know. Okay, so with this note, stay blessed, stay happy.